Hey friend, welcome back. This is the Daily Spark. Let's learn something fun today.
I am so ready for this. I just ran into the studio from the pouring rain and I'm still clutching my coffee like it's a lifeline.
You look like you just survived a battle. Rough morning?
I did. I went to that giant supermarket down the street. It was pure chaos.
Right.
Shopping carts crashing, people rushing everywhere. I swear someone almost ran over my foot.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's totally overwhelming even when you speak the language perfectly.
Right? But doing it in a second language, that is terrifying. You walk in, there are a million signs, and you just feel lost.
Absolutely. You feel like everyone is watching you.
Right.
You don't want to make a mistake and hold up the line. The cashier scans things so fast, you know?
Exactly. You just want to grab your food and escape.
Oh,
It's scary because you feel rushed. The pressure is on when you pack your bags.
and the worst part? You end up buying the wrong thing just to avoid talking to anyone. Like buying salt instead of sugar just to avoid asking a worker.
We have all been there. It is such a common struggle, but here's the good news. Grocery shopping in English will become a breeze with these native speaker shortcuts.
Yes, people think shopping requires all this complex vocabulary. But actually, native speakers are a bit lazy. We just use a few simple phrases.
It's true. Once you know them, you sound totally natural.
Mm-hmm.
You won't feel like an outsider anymore. No more panic at the register.
You'll be zipping down the aisle, grabbing a bargain, and chatting at the checkout like you own the place.
So let's get real for a second. Have you ever wandered around a supermarket for 20 minutes just because you didn't know how to ask where the milk is?
Oh, absolutely. I will walk past the same shelf 5 times. I just pretend I'm deeply interested in a can of soup.
Yes, you pick it up, you read the ingredients, but really your brain is just screaming for help.
I remember doing that when I first lived abroad. I needed flour. I walked around the store for half an hour.
30 minutes just for flour? Why didn't you ask someone?
I finally saw a store worker checking the stock, but I froze. I realized I didn't know how to ask politely.
Ah, you were overthinking it.
I was. I only knew the textbook way. Excuse me, where is the flour located? It sounded so stiff, like a robot.
Right, it feels too formal for a grocery store. A supermarket is like a busy highway. You can't park your car in the middle of it to have a long conversation.
That is a perfect way to describe it. Everyone is moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
The carts are squeaking. The air is cold in the dairy section.
You need quick, easy words. And if you don't have those words, you avoid the difficult areas entirely, like the deli counter.
Oh, the deli is the boss level of the supermarket. You have to take a number, talk to a real human, tell them exactly how thick to slice your cheese.
It's terrifying. I used to just buy the pre-packaged cheese to avoid that conversation, even if it tasted worse.
Same here. But the thing is, avoiding these interactions costs you. Oh, you miss out on the fresh stuff. You missed out on getting exactly what you want.
And sometimes you even lose money. If you don't know how to read your receipt or point out a mistake, you end up paying more.
That happens all the time. An item rings up wrong, but you just pay it because you don't want to cause a scene.
Well, we are putting an end to that today. We are going to give you the exact tools you need.
No more hiding in the frozen food section. We'll show you how to ask for things, how to order custom food, and even how to get your money back if something goes wrong. Let's start with getting totally lost. Last week, I was baking. I needed baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder.
Oh, those little containers look exactly the same. It is a trap.
It really is. I walked up and down the baking section 4 times. I was getting so frustrated. Finally, I swallowed my pride. I found an employee. I said, "Excuse me, where can I find baking powder?"
And boom, problem solved. Where can I find is the ultimate hack.
It really is. Let's talk about how this phrase actually feels.
Yeah, it feels like tossing out a gentle rescue rope. You aren't demanding anything, you're just asking for a quick guide.
You know, it is so much softer than just asking, "Where is it?"
Exactly. Where is the baking powder sounds like an interrogation.
It sounds like a grumpy police officer. You want to sound friendly. Right. Where can I find feels polite. It feels collaborative. And usually, the worker will point. Then they say a magic word.
They will say, it is in aisle 4. Aisle, A-I-S-L-E.
That word is so tricky. The S is completely silent. It sounds exactly like aisle, like I will.
I mean, supermarkets are basically just a giant grid of aisles. You wander down an aisle looking for one specific thing.
But then you spot something else entirely. Something shiny.
Because of those bright yellow tags. Gasp! The sale tags. The ones that scream, it's on sale!
Oh, I love that phrase. It's on sale. It's pure joy. It feels like a sudden rush of adrenaline, a lucky break.
Honestly, it feels like a secret reward just for you, a little victory.
You grab the item quickly because it's such a bargain.
A bargain is a great deal. You pay less than usual.
But wait, you have to be careful. Sometimes the shelf is empty.
Because everyone else wanted that amazing bargain too. If it is out of stock, they have absolutely zero left.
You stare at the empty shelf. You feel completely heartbroken. You've been there, right?
I feel that pain deeply. I really do.
So here's your use it tomorrow tip for the supermarket.
Next time you go shopping, do not use your phone. Don't look up the store map. Find a real employee.
Look them right in the eye. Ask, where can I find?
Even if you already know exactly where the item is. Just practice the phrase. See how natural it feels.
Finding your item is a great feeling. But what if the shelf is empty?
Honestly, for years, I used to just panic. I would grab an employee and literally shout, "Give me more potato chips."
Oh no, Mia, please tell me you don't do that anymore.
I swear I don't. Or I would say, "Why is this gone?" It sounded so angry, like it was their personal fault.
Right. Well, native speakers use a very specific magic question instead. We say, do you have any more of, and then name the item.
That phrase feels so much better, you know? It feels hopeful. It is not demanding at all.
Exactly. You aren't blaming the store for running out of stock today. You're just gently asking a favor.
Like, do you have any more of these green apples?
So, let's put you in the scenario. Imagine you're staring at an empty space in the snack aisle.
Your absolute favorite brand of cookies is totally gone. Think about it. What question naturally forms in your head? Exactly. Do you have any more of these green apples?
So let's put you in this scenario. Imagine you are staring at an empty space in the snack aisle.
Forms in your head.
Exactly. Do you have any more in the back? That is the magic question. But sometimes they might just say no.
That is the absolute worst feeling. But do not give up yet.
Right. You need the ultimate insider secret phrase. You just gently ask, "Could you check the back?"
I love this one. The back is like a mysterious magical warehouse. Saying, "Could you check the back?" feels like a secret password.
It really does. It shows you understand how supermarkets actually work.
You know they hide extra boxes behind the deli counter.
Asking this feels like a polite invitation. You're inviting them to help you
It makes the worker feel respected rather than annoyed.
because you acknowledge their hidden world of extra inventory.
You are giving them a chance to be your grocery shopping hero.
And they usually are. They walk away for 2 minutes, then they return with your treasure. It is the best surprise.
I mean, it honestly works like magic almost every single time.
So here's your practical goal for your next shopping trip.
Find an empty spot on the shelf for something you really want.
Track down a friendly worker nearby.
Ask them if they have any more.
If they hesitate, gently ask them to check the back for you.
Getting that hidden item from the back feels amazing.
It really is a victory. But let's imagine a completely different kind of pressure.
Yes, let's do it. Picture this scenario in your head.
You're standing in front of a giant glass case.
You smell roasted meats, you see huge blocks of cheddar.
The worker behind the glass suddenly locks eyes with you.
They ask what you want today. You just freeze.
We've all been there at the busy deli counter, you know?
Well, it feels so incredibly rushed, honestly. The people behind you are tapping their feet.
You need a phrase that feels strong and confident.
That is exactly when you say, I'd like half a kilo of...
I use this exact phrase every single week.
I'd like half a kilo of roasted turkey.
Think about how this specific phrase actually feels inside.
It feels completely decisive and very clear.
You are not begging for a tiny favor.
You are politely placing an official order.
Contrast this with simply asking, "Can I have some turkey?"
Right, some is way too vague.
"I'd like half a kilo" feels wonderfully grounded.
Like you know exactly what you're getting every time.
Which really helps if you want a good bargain.
Oh, definitely. Deli meat gets so expensive.
It really does. Then they print that little price sticker.
It acts like a mini receipt before the checkout.
But wait, the social interaction is not over yet.
Oh no, the dreaded follow-up question is coming.
They always ask how you want the meat sliced.
This is your moment to truly shine, my friends.
You simply say, "Slice thin, please."
Sliced thin, please. It feels like total luxury.
I mean, it really does. You feel like a food critic.
It feels beautifully customized just for you.
You're taking full control of your meal.
Like you're the director of a movie.
The deli worker is your lead actor.
Exactly. Sliced thin, please. Or maybe sliced thick.
I completely dare you to confidently order your favorite cheese sliced thin tomorrow.
That is a seriously great challenge. I love it.
Here is your practical tip to make it easier.
Write your complete deli order in your phone notes beforehand.
Just read it straight from the bright screen.
It helps so much if you get a little nervous.
You'll look totally prepared and in charge.
Leaving that deli line behind, we face the absolute final boss.
Paying for your groceries at the cash register.
Sometimes the price on the screen completely surprises you.
I mean, you thought you found a really great bargain.
But the computer disagrees with you. Ugh.
I always softly say, "This rang up wrong."
See, I disagree. I just say, that price is incorrect. Ryan, no. That sounds way too aggressive to me.
Honestly, it gets the job done super quickly.
I prefer a much softer approach in these situations.
Well, let our friend listening decide which one feels better.
Imagine you're watching the items scan on the screen.
The machine beeps loudly for a fancy box of cereal.
You probably noticed the scanner beeped twice. I bet you figured that out.
Right. The scanner beeped twice, so it charged you double. Now let's look at Mia's softer phrase. "This rang up wrong."
It feels so much less confrontational, you know?
It is a brilliant trick of emotional grammar.
You're blaming the machine, not the human cashier.
Exactly. It feels like you and the cashier are a team.
Contrast that with saying, you charged me too much.
That makes people instantly defensive.
The freeze rang up means the computer processed the item, so you blame the computer. It's a victimless crime.
Once you point out the error, you provide some evidence.
You used our second key phrase today. The sign said.
Picture this exact scenario at the crowded checkout line.
You hold up your beautifully discounted green tea.
You smile politely at the tired cashier.
You say, the sign said $3.
It feels helpful, like you're solving a mystery together.
You're just sharing what you saw in the aisle.
Maybe they pulled it from the wrong stockroom.
Or someone simply forgot to update the old shelf tags.
That happens literally all the time in my local store.
So true. Always check your printed receipt before leaving, too.
Definitely. It's way harder to fix things later.
You don't want to drive all the way back.
So, here's a brilliant trick you can use tomorrow.
Snap a quick photo of the shelf tag.
Do it for any item that's heavily discounted.
If it rings up wrong, just show them your phone.
It saves so much time and awkwardness.
Plus, you get to keep your hard-earned cash.
Getting out of the store with your correct change is fantastic.
But sometimes the grocery journey doesn't actually end there.
Here's a wild cultural fact for you. In North America, returning food is incredibly common.
Yes, I mean, if you open a bag of chips,
And they taste completely stale, you know?
you can literally take them back to the store.
In many cultures, that would be an absolute scandal.
People would look at you like you're crazy.
Imagine opening a box of strawberries at home.
Half of them are just completely moldy. Ugh. Honestly, that is so frustrating. You walk back into the store with them.
You walk up to the customer service desk. What words do you actually use to fix this?
The first magic phrase is actually very gentle. You just say, "I'd like to return this."
Notice the feeling of this grammar structure. It feels polite, but it is very firm.
Exactly. You're not really asking for permission, honestly. You don't say, "Can I maybe give this back?"
I'd like to beautifully softens a direct demand.
You simply place the bad item on the counter, and you slide your receipt across to the worker. Having that receipt makes everything go smoothly.
Sometimes the worker will ask you a question. They might ask if you want to swap the item.
Like, do you want to grab a fresh box? You could just walk down the aisle and get more.
But if you just want your cash back, listen up. Use our second key phrase for this moment.
You ask them, "Can I get a refund?" This phrase feels very clear and solution-focused.
A refund means returning the money to your card. It feels so much better than saying a harsh command.
Right, saying, "Give my money back," sounds super aggressive.
Oh, totally. It sounds like a tiny bank robbery.
So true. Well, here's your use it tomorrow tip. Next time you buy something that's spoiled,
Do not just throw it away in total defeat. Take it to the counter with your original receipt. Say, "I'd like to return this."
be confident, you deserve fresh food.
You worked hard for that money. Protect it. Let's review the vocabulary from today's grocery trip. First up, you might have heard us say aisle.
Oh, this word is a total spelling nightmare. A-I-S-L-E. You completely ignore the S.
Exactly. Just say aisle. Do not say acely.
An aisle is the long walkway between the tall shelves. It's your path through the grocery jungle.
Think of that feeling when you're walking down the cereal aisle, bright boxes towering over you on both sides.
You're pushing your cart down the aisle, hunting for your favorite brand.
Here's your use it tomorrow example. You walk up to a worker and ask, "Excuse me, which aisle has the coffee?"
Simple, direct, and perfect. Next on our list, you might have heard us say bargain.
I absolutely love a good bargain. It's my favorite thing.
We all do. A bargain isn't just a cheap item, it's a whole emotion.
Yes, it's that warm, victorious feeling when you pay much less for something really good.
It feels like you won a tiny game against the grocery store.
It's the reward for hunting down those bright yellow sale tags we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. So your use it tomorrow example is, "I found a great bargain on fresh apples today."
You can say that proudly to your friends when you get home.
But what happens when everyone else wants those cheap apples?
That brings us to our third word. You might have heard us say stock.
Stock is the actual physical supply the store holds.
It's the hidden boxes sitting in that mysterious back room.
When a shelf is completely empty, it's a sad moment. We call that being out of stock.
It means the supply is gone. Your use it tomorrow example is, do you know when the almond milk will be back in stock?
That's a very natural way to ask.
And hey, speaking of empty shelves, remember those powerful phrases we practiced?
Oh, definitely. If your favorite item is out of stock, use our polite magic phrase. Could you check the back?
It works wonders. And when you're at the deli, don't forget your luxury phrase, sliced thin, please.
Slipping those phrases into your shopping trip makes you sound incredibly natural.
Let's keep moving. You might have heard us say receipt.
Another sneaky word with a silent letter, R-E-C-E-I-P-T. You have to completely ignore the P. Just say receipt. This is that incredibly long strip of paper they hand you at the very end.
Mia.
Sometimes it's a mile long. It's the physical proof of your grocery journey.
Ryan.
You absolutely need your receipt if a price rang up wrong. It's your evidence. So true. Your use it tomorrow example is, I checked my receipt and I was charged twice for the bread.
Always, always check the receipt before you leave the parking lot.
Mia, finally, we have one more important location. You might have heard us say counter.
Ryan, the counter is the long, flat surface where you interact with the store employees.
Mia, think of the deli counter where you order your cheese, or the customer service counter where you get your refund.
Ryan, it's the physical dividing line between you and the store's magic.
Mia, you rest your heavy groceries on it. You lean on it when you're exhausted from shopping.
Ryan, here's your use it tomorrow example. Please leave your shopping basket on the counter.
Mia, or a more panicked example, I left my wallet at the checkout counter.
Ryan, oh no, that's a terrible feeling. My heart just dropped.
It really is the worst. But hey, at least you now know the perfect English word for it. Well, that is all for today's virtual trip to the supermarket. We hope you feel a little more prepared and confident for your next grocery run.
Remember, you really don't have to be perfect. The goal isn't to give a perfect speech at the deli counter.
No, the goal is just to get your sliced cheese and go home happy. No one is judging your grammar in the aisle.
Exactly. After today, walking into any grocery store will feel so much easier. You only need a few key phrases to sound like a local.
It's all about keeping it simple. Don't overthink it. Store workers are busy, so short and polite is always the best way to go.
We have a challenge for you today. Try using one phrase from today's episode tomorrow. Just one.
Even if you just practice asking, "Where can I find the bread?" in your head while walking down the aisle. Or practice dropping the P in receipt.
Every little bit of practice helps build your confidence. We believe in you. You can absolutely do this.
Before we go, tell us in the comments what is the weirdest thing you've ever bought by mistake because you couldn't read the label.
Oh, I have a terrible story. I once bought dog food thinking it was fancy canned meat. The can looks so nice.
No, that is terrible. You didn't actually eat it, did you?
I did. Sigh. I ate a whole bite on a cracker before I realized. It was awful.
Oh, wow. Well, I once bought buttermilk instead of regular milk and poured it on my cereal. So sour. I can't wait to read the listeners' stories. They have to be better than ours.
I'm sure they are. Next time, imagine this scenario.
Yeah.
You're standing at a crowded pharmacy. You have a terrible headache, you're sneezing, and your throat hurts. And the pharmacist asks about your symptoms, but your mind goes completely blank. What do you say?
We will give you the exact English words to get the right medicine fast, without any of the usual stress.
You won't want to miss that one. Bring your notebooks. This has been the Daily Spark Radio. See you next time.